Welcome back to Charting the Course, uh, part of the Root Network. My name is Pastor Archie Collins, Senior Pastor here at World Changers Church Houston. We're glad that you're with us on today. Today, I have a special guest with me. Her name is Inyang Ekong. Inyang, now, I always technically say your first name wrong, but what's the correct way to say your name?
It's Iang Ekong.
Iang Ekong. Okay, so
There
we
you
got to
go.
get that right.
Really
Iang
is.
Ekong. Yeah, John 16:13, when you just said something at the end there about him showing you things, it says, but when he, the spirit of truth, who is the Holy Spirit, comes, he will guide you into all truth. Full
Exactly.
and complete, it says full and complete truth, and this is to the Amplified. For he will not speak on his own initiative, but will speak whatever he hears from the Father, the message regarding the Son. And that what that's talking about, real quick, is he's going to be reminding people of the full truth, which is Jesus did it all for you. You don't have to earn anything from God to be right with God.
Right.
You're healed, you're whole, you're delivered, you're saved, you're safe, you're good. So that's what that's meaning right there. And then it says, and he will disclose to you what is to come. I think the King James said he'll teach you things to come. And
Right.
that's the now. That's the stuff we're talking about now. He'll tell you about Jesus and the fact that you're good with God, with God. But then also, Lord, what type of woman I need to be? I'll tell you. I'll tell you what type of woman you need to be for that marriage. I'll tell you
Mm-hmm.
what type of man you need to be for that marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Because I love you. And right now, I love what you said. Your relationship is with me. And it's the thing is forever going to be with me. It's
Right.
just we're going to add somebody to this later down the road. And if you can, what's the word I'm looking for? This is a heavy word. If you can mature, let me say it that way. If you can
Uh-huh.
mature in your relationship with me, you will be whole. And then you
Exactly.
have this one hole
We're
coming with
whole
this other hole, making
together.
this two holes together. I didn't get that LE on there so people watching don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But a lot of people, you take a half and a half and make a whole. No, God's not looking for two half people to make one whole person. He's
Right.
looking for two whole people to be one with him and to come together and make a new whole number altogether. And I
Exactly.
think if we can understand that based on what you're saying, I think a lot of people will go into marriage more successful as an individual and will end up with a more successful marriage, understanding that God's not getting, should not be being added to your marriage on the day you say I do. Holy Spirit should have been with you the whole time, making you and transforming you, as
Yes.
Romans 12:2 talks about, transforming the way you think and
Yep.
perfecting that good work he started in you
Yep.
already. And that
Yes.
perfection process will continue even into
Even
marriage, but man, you'll have a jump on everybody else.
and that's one thing I'm glad you said because like that whole everyone thinks, oh, I'm half, we make one. It's like, no, if you're half, that means you have a whole half that still has issues that needs to be worked out, and you're
Yes.
bringing that into a covenant that's, and I'm not gonna say it's gonna fall apart because God can make all things work, but why would you want to go in with that struggle
Incomplete.
when you can, yeah, when you
Yeah.
can take care of it on the front end? And that's what I believe the Lord has done for the Holy Spirit has done for me. And I mean, I'll put that out there. He's worked a lot of things in me that I didn't even know was a thing in the first place. And it wasn't until I started asking, well, how come about this and why about this and everything else? He's like, you have some things that you need to work on, like for real. So
Yeah.
everything at a time kind of went on a pause. And it
Hmm.
was just me and him trying to get, and I say him, Holy Spirit, we were trying to work some things out. And even so, I'm not saying I'm 100% perfect, but when I tell you I am a long way from where I was when I first
Hmm.
started in the relationship. It has made a world of a difference. And I would
Yeah.
literally, if I could rechange some things, I would have waited to start the relationship and gotten to this point and then went into it, because I really
Yeah.
believe that when you have your relationship with the Holy Spirit right and mature, it doesn't take a long time for everything else to fall into place. But when you
No,
go
you're
into it
absolutely right. Yeah.
prematurely, then you have to work through this premature thing and then work with this person as you're going. And it's a lot of confusion.
Yeah.
That's why, and
Hmm.
I'm just gonna be honest, that's why people are in relationships 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years, because they are working on themselves and still trying to be in a relationship at the same time. It's a lot of
Yeah.
confusion, and it puts
Yeah.
you in a place where you're like, how come it hasn't happened yet? Because you got some things you got to work out, boo.
Yeah.
Like,
You're not ready. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
You're
would,
totally right.
Hey,
Yeah.
we hope you're enjoying the Root Network. If you're enjoying this, do us a favor, like it, share it, subscribe to this page, our Facebook page and our YouTube page. Share it onto your own so that others can also hear the wonderful word that God is sharing through the Root Network. We're so glad and feel so honored and privileged to be with you on a daily basis. So we've also heard from you guys. Thank you for those wonderful comments. We're praying for you and believing God for you. So don't forget, click like, share, subscribe. We look forward to seeing you next time.